Mr. Speaker, it might be that it is only Ghana that may have a law that will say that when you have a birth certificate, that birth certificate is not proof of citizenship. I hear, and at the vetting, the Chief Justice nominee suggested that if a foreign mother or a mother who is an American gives birth in Ghana, that child may not automatically be a Ghanaian. She is right. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, if you take the form that you fill to acquire a birth certificate, on that form, the mother would have to prove her own citizenship. If the mother says she's an American and gives birth at Rich Hospital, the Registrar of Births and Deaths will never issue a birth certificate with a citizenship Ghana written on it. So the Chief Justice got it wrong when she thinks that, the Chief Justice nominee got it wrong when she suggested that as if the Births and Deaths automatically gives you a birth certificate with the inscription Ghanaian as soon as you get a certificate. Indeed, there are people who have got birth certificates procured in Ghana, but the citizenship on that certificate is not Ghanaian. Indeed, the nominee also provided her own birth certificate. That birth certificate was issued in the year 2000. I wonder what she used to acquire a birth certificate since she was born in the 1960s. I wonder what documents she used to prove to births and deaths to acquire a birth certificate that reads she's a Ghanaian. Indeed, I can imagine what she used. She might have filled the form, and the form would have said that the mother or father was a Ghanaian. And that is all it is, to prove that you are a citizen of Ghana. So, Mr. Speaker, I consider that singular decision by the Supreme Court as the biggest miscarriage of justice in our lifetime. It's the biggest miscarriage of justice, and this must not be allowed to stay. Mr. Speaker, to acquire a Ghanaian passport, the first item you are supposed to bring is proof of citizenship. And they said Ghanaian. If you go to the website of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs right now, you will see that if you are supposed to get a new Ghanaian passport, the first item you are supposed to provide is birth certificate, into bracket, proof of citizenship. Mr. Speaker, this is also a proof that apart from the Supreme Court of Ghana, every state institution believes that a birth certificate acquired in Ghana with your citizenship marked as Ghanaian is accepted. It is only the Supreme Court who doesn't believe this. Mr. Speaker, this is not about law. The Supreme Court ruling, Mr. Speaker, this is common sense. It is not about law, because there's nothing in this Constitution which gives basis. There's nothing in this Constitution which gives basis of what the Supreme Court have done. And let nobody tell me that the Supreme Court judges have a basis in law. There is no basis in law. What they did was a miscarriage of justice. It must be reversed. It must be reversed. Mr. Speaker, if a birth certificate is not proof of citizenship, may I ask the Chief Justice nominee, is she a Ghanaian? And how is she going to prove it? Indeed, when I hear Torkornoo, when I hear Saki, when I hear Osei, when I hear Agoja, automatically that should tell me that that person is probably a Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, go and take even the form you need to fill to acquire Ghana card. Mr. Speaker, the question I ask them is this: would the acquisition of Ghana card actually protect you against the content of Article 8? No. Even if you acquire a Ghana card and you go and marry a citizen of abroad, you have lost your citizenship unless you denounce that marriage. So, Mr. Speaker, it is the biggest concern I have.